So you want to look incredible and irresistible in your t-shirt? Well, I don't blame you, and if that's the case, then you clicked on the right video. In this video, I'm going to be talking about what's likely going wrong with the t-shirts that you already own, and what to look out for in future, so you can get something that makes you look incredible and irresistible. If you like this video at any point, please do destroy that like button, and now that's all out the way, let's get right into it. So t-shirts come in all different shapes and sizes, and you didn't need this video to tell you that. You already knew that, but you need to choose the right style for you. So many people buy t-shirts based on other people's recommendations without taking their style into account and end up disappointed. If the person making that content has a completely different style to you, then you probably won't like the t-shirts they're recommending, no matter how good the quality is. So for example, if your style is more street inspired, then you might want to go for something oversized and boxy. And this doesn't mean you just size up to a size larger. Well, you can do that, but it might look like you just raided your dad's wardrobe. Instead, you're far much better off finding a t-shirt that's in your size, that's designed to have an oversized fit. This way, it's going to fit your frame and your proportions, but still give you that oversized look that you might want. If a more classic menswear style is more your style, then a more fitted t-shirt is probably going to be a better shout. But hopefully you get what I'm trying to say. T-shirts are a very personal thing, which is probably why the perfect t-shirt doesn't exist for everyone, because everyone has their own personal taste. What works for someone might not work for you. But let's go on to what have we got next. Let's have a little look. Length next. Let's talk about the length of your t-shirts. A good guideline to follow when it comes to the length of your t-shirts, and this is just a guideline, not a rule, is to aim for something that sits anywhere between the bottom of your belt line and your mid-fly. That's kind of like the sweet spot, so play around with different lengths in this area and find a length that works best for you. Above the belt area can look awesome with more punk and grungy inspired looks, but for most people, somewhere around the mid-fly area is going to be a good length to aim for. If your t-shirt comes below your mid-fly point and you're wearing it out, then you run the risk of throwing off your proportions, and your legs might look shorter and stumpier than they are. Take this t-shirt on me for example. It's far too long and it visually elongates my torso, which is not what I want. I'd have to tuck this t-shirt in if I wanted to wear it, or go for something shorter like this. This t-shirt is much more in line with my current style, and the length hits in that sweet spot area, and it's a lot more flattering on me, I think. And just to show you, here's me in a boxy and slightly oversized t-shirt, but the length still hits in that sweet spot area. So unlike the t-shirt I just showed you, which was too long that looked too big on me, this one fits my proportions well. I still get that oversized and boxy look, but with a t-shirt that fits. Also, if you're going to wear your t-shirt tucked in, then the type of t-shirt you use makes a big difference. And in my opinion, when tucking in a t-shirt, I think something fitted gives off a great look. If you tuck in an oversized t-shirt, you can have excess material bunching up at the waist, which can look a little bit messy. Also, the sleeves on oversized t-shirts are often a lot longer, so when you tuck it in, it shortens the body, but the sleeves remain the same length, so it can look a little bit unbalanced. Some people love this look and it works really well with their style, but personally it doesn't work for me, so give it a go for yourself. But if something looks off, then it might be a style that you want to leave and go for something more fitted instead when you're tucking in your tee. What is for me personally though is smashing up YouTube subscribe buttons, so if you haven't given it a go yet, get down there and smash it up. I've been hearing from people that ever since they subscribe to my channel, every cat that they go pss, pss, pss to comes to them immediately. That's what they've been saying anyway. Unless you're allergic to cats, then they haven't been saying that. But anyway, when it comes to the sleeves of your t-shirts, as long as they're in the same style as the rest of the tee, then I think you're all good. For example, if the t-shirt is relaxed or boxy, then relaxed or boxier sleeves are going to suit the rest of the t-shirt well. And if you're going for a more regular fit or a more fitted fit, then more regular or fitted sleeves are going to work well. Does that make sense? I also think a lot of people think you have to be skinny to wear slim fit, and have a bigger frame to wear an oversized fit. You can wear whatever style you like as long as it fits you and your proportions well. I personally like to have different style t-shirts for different looks, so I never stick to just one style. Just look at Matty Matheson, for example. I know people are using him all the time as an example at the moment, but he's the first person that comes to mind for me here. But Matty wears t-shirts that are slim on him, and I think they look great. And I personally don't think that oversized t-shirts would work as well for him, even though that's often the given advice to people with a bigger frame. On the flip side, skinnier guys are always told to wear fitted clothing only, but I've seen loads of skinny guys wear oversized and relaxed tees who look great. I think it all comes down to dressing to your proportions and your personal style more than any strict rule. The material of your t-shirt makes a huge difference to the look it gives off, so pay attention to it. For example, a synthetic t-shirt might have a shiny and cheap finish to it, which isn't what you want. Also, synthetic t-shirts can make you sweat a lot more, and they're not often as breathable, so they can make you stink. And you don't want to stink in your lovely t-shirts, do you? If in doubt, go for something that's made of natural materials, 100% cotton for example. It's going to be more breathable, more comfortable, and it's going to look better too. And another thing that's really important to take into account is the weight of your t-shirt. Heavyweight doesn't mean better quality, and lightweight means poor quality. They both have their place. I definitely used to only buy heavyweight t-shirts thinking they were better quality, but you massively limit yourself if you do that. The pros of a heavyweight t-shirt is they're more durable, they hold their shape better, and they tend to give off a more premium look. So this weight is a great choice if you want your outfit to have more structure and you want a t-shirt that holds up better over time. The cons of a heavyweight t-shirt is they can be quite stiff and they can crease awkwardly when you tuck them in or if you wear them as an underlayer. You know when you're wearing a sweatshirt or a hoodie over the top of one of these, and then this creases underneath and it makes the hoodie kind of like stick out a bit. It's not what I want. They can also be too hot to wear in the summer. It's about 30 degrees today and I'm absolutely boiling in this. Hence the hat. My hair's probably a sweaty mess under here. So not the best option for the warmer weather, that's for sure. The pros of a lightweight t-shirt is they're a lot cooler, that's so much better. I'm still hot, but I feel a lot better than I did just a minute ago. They flow a lot better on the body, as you can see, they drape a lot better, and they tend to be more comfortable. They're great to wear as a standalone piece in the summer, and they're great for layering with as well, because they don't cause any lumps and bumps. And if you want the best of both worlds, then how about a midweight tee? They still have some structure to them, but they drape better than a heavyweight tee on the body. I also think these are probably the best to wear tucked in, so a great all-rounder really. Personally, I like to have all three types of t-shirt in my wardrobe, but it depends on the season and the look I'm going for. But you've got to think about how you're going to wear your t-shirt. Do you like boxy t-shirts or t-shirts that have a bit of structure in your outfit? If so, go for a heavyweight t-shirt. If your main goal is to stay cool and comfortable, then go for something lightweight. And if you can't make up your mind and you want something that ticks pretty much all the boxes, then go for something midweight. Again, these are just guidelines. I still wear some of my heavyweight t-shirts tucked in, the more fitted ones anyway, and they look great. So it really does depend on the t-shirt, but hopefully this helps. Now, just like t-shirts themselves, collars are also a very personal thing. Some people like them to sit high and snug to the neck, while others like them looser or wider. I prefer something a little bit wider and a little bit looser because I like to show off my chain and a bit of neck as well, and I find it a lot more comfortable. I don't want something too high up and too restrictive around my neck. I don't like the feeling. I'm just looking at my monitor and this isn't the best example of a collar right now because I'm leaning on my desk. It makes this shoulder kind of go down a bit, so it slants to the side. But when I'm upright, the collar's upright. So ignore that right now. Just wanted to be clear. It all comes down to personal taste basically, but one thing that you should look out for or should avoid is a collar that's really thin and really flimsy. Anything with a thin and flimsy collar, if you put it in the wash, it's going to come out looking like a piece of bacon, and you don't want that. Well, who am I to tell you what you want and what you don't want, but I don't think you will want that. If you do, let me know. Heavyweight t-shirts usually hold their collar shape really well, but on lighter weight t-shirts, look for something with a bound collar. They're my favourite. The Uniqlo UT is a great example of a t-shirt with a bound collar, and it just helps reinforce the collar and make it not go like a piece of bacon, basically. And yeah, I always try and buy t-shirts with this kind of collar. The colour of your t-shirt can also play a massive role in the look it gives off. You can never go wrong with black or white t-shirts in my opinion, they work for everyone, but if you do want to inject some colour into your wardrobe, then pick carefully. Your skin tone will make certain colours look better and worse on you, so you need to know what works for your skin tone and what doesn't. For me, a lot of pinks, beiges and pastels in general wash me out because of my pale skin complexion, so I normally avoid those. Well, unless I'm dressing up as a prawn or a pig for fancy dress, then I'll choose a lovely pink tee, but apart from that, I'll avoid them. But everyone's going to have colours that work better or worse for them, so lean into the colours that work for you and leave the rest. But I hope that helps you out, and now you can look as fly as hell this summer in your t-shirt. Thank you so much for watching. If you did enjoy this one, please do leave it a like. Don't forget to smash up the subscribe button, and see you all next week. What do you call a man who only wears t-shirts? I don't know, but see you later.